Today we're going to try to make a frame for a bedroll, turn into a backpack. Things you're going to need is a knife, some cordage, some more use bank line, and a sapling and a blanket. And the idea behind this, ideally some kind of straps. So what I'm going to try to do today is make a triangle and you lash your blanket to that with your stuff all rolled to the side of it. And then from the top you have your straps come down and cross. I think it's going to be more comfortable because you ever think about the way your shoulder blades move. You want them to be able to move freely, so you want the little V right here. And it should be actually better than a normal pack. I don't know yet. Never made one of these, so we're going to find out right after. Okay, so I'm going to do some hunting back in this area, so I'm not too worried about taking out this little tree. It's pretty small anyway. It's still alive. This is a birch tree. It's not like the paper birches from up north, but it's a birch tree we have down here. I'm going to break off some of these extra limbs. Now give me my 1, 2, I can probably get the third one out of that. It's enough for a little bit safer method for using your knife. Just take your knife like this and you set it in here. Watch your head. Go. It's a lot safer and more effective than trying to chop. Look at that. It's already that deep. If I was sitting here trying to do this number, I'm not going to get nowhere. And now I'm just flailing my knife around. So this little nice blade right here is good for this because it's a good, steady blade. So I'm going to cut that chunk out. That chunk gone. Now I'll make another incision over here. I think 2 more of those and it'll be down. Poison ivy vine starting. Poison ivy. See a vine with 3 leaves? Don't play with it. Watch it, go. So you do that much good with just by chopping. It's a lot safer. It's a lot more effective. This knife is not that sharp because I just tempered it, so the edge got burned a little bit. We'll keep up with our baton. So we can cut this into sections. What we're going to try to do is going to try to lash a triangle. Then our bed will be strapped to that. We'll hook some straps going from 1 to here, here, to here, and it'll work just like a backpack. Okay. So now we're taking these branches off. You need to still conserve your resources in a wilderness scenario. So this is a great resource. You don't want to be dulling your edge down for no reason. You're going to take this and just a lot of times you can just knock the branches off, but if you can't, get your back, go. A lot of times take your knife. It's a lot safer than sitting there trying to chop at these stupid things with a little bit of knife. If you got a good sized knife, you can chop with it. With these little short knives, these little everyday carry knives that you use for everything, batoning is the only way to go. Now we got our little sapling all delimbed. So the only thing left to do is cut it in 3 pieces and then put it on some bank line and strap a bedroll to it. It's going to be the bed frame of our pack. We got some different cordage. I got some larger and smaller bank line for doing the lashings. And I have this one I'm thinking about is using this rope that I used to drag deer out of the woods with temporarily as my shoulder straps. Next thing I need to do is strip how long I want this. Going from the small of my back down. Oh, right about there would be good. 1. Then 2. That give me more than enough right there to make the 3rd one. So, I'll do this one more time. I want it to go to there. And always trim a little bit off. I got extra. So yeah. Say, measure twice, cut once. Find a little mark. Check it. Yeah, that's good. So I'm gonna do a little bit different technique for baton. I got a log right there. I got my camera sitting on. Could use it, but I got to reset up my camera. So we'll be back in just a second. That was convenient. Find our mark. Baton. The reason I'm working through this so gently is because I don't want this to look like a piece of firewood. I just make firewood, I can snap it right off. But I want it to look like a nice and round and smooth. Look at that. is a very nice rounded piece of wood. I do no whittling right now. This isn't gonna like stab me in the neck or something. Double check it. Yeah, it'll be good. Want these to be pretty close things, so I'm going to use this as a marker. Get back. I think I may do want to take a notch of these really so a little smoother. I'm going to try it just lashing them first. First thing I'm going to do is make a flow pitch. Basically it's an X, and you stick this back down through it. You may be asking, why have I changed clothes and hats and everything? Well, it's actually a year and a half later. I finished the frame, and I used it a couple of camping trips, and I found out the frame was way too big. Now, this is the remake of that. What I've done is I have a rope here I usually use for dragging deer. And the way this works is I have basically I have a rope with a loop tied in it, a slip knot so I can pull it out when it comes deer season. I need to use this rope for other things. And the toggle left hanging down I can bring up, and I can lash things to this bed frame. Now, the actual frame right here, you can keep it a stick that's slightly curved. It fits a whole lot better, and these smaller sticks I found are a lot more comfortable, and I've notched these two together before I lashed them to make it fit flatter against my back, and it doesn't irritate me nearly as bad. The first one I built was too big, it was clumsy. I carried the thing maybe 2 or 3 miles total. Totally rubbed my back raw, hurt my arms, everything. So I made a smaller one, and it fits so much more beautifully. It fits great. Like I said, basically this is just laid over here. We have a loop. We have a slip knot. This hooks over the top of these. And then this extra rope hanging down is what we'll use to lash something on here. And then we can throw it up on our back. Well, I like to do it, throw one on, throw the other one on, and reach up here and adjust it a little bit. If you notice, it doesn't stick out on either side, and it only comes to the small of my back. And it fits really great. And all this extra rope right here is what we use to do this. I mean, you can carry more than just a bedroll. You can carry practically anything. You can carry rocks, firewood, gas cans, sacks of feed, whatever you need to. If you're strapped right on this pack, carries great. The only thing you got to watch for is make sure you got nothing poking you in the back. And you can carry this thing all day. And it does give you free motion of your arms. And it's awesome. I really love this little thing. They're quick and easy to put together. This one probably took me 10-20 minutes to actually build the frame, from cutting a branch to having it finished and putting my final rope on. I'm going to take this thing off right now. I'm going to find a big rock and lash on here so y'all can see the way it's held. So we have here is the outside. This is the part that goes against our back. This is the part that holds the weight. So we have a rope that goes around, and that's our strap. And the extra rope hanging down is what we're going to use to tie this on. So let's say we're building a fireplace for a shelter up on top of the hill, and we need to carry rocks from the creek up to the top of the hill. So what we'll do is we'll find some big flat rocks we're going to use for our chimney. We'll set them in here. We'll take our extra string, bring it over the top. Go across in an X fashion. Take this extra rope, bring it right up here. Just do a quick timber hitch, something to keep it on there, or half hitch. That's lashed on there. So with this simple back frame, we can carry about anything. We can bring firewood back to camp, and now I still have my hands free. So if I fall, I can catch myself. I can use my hands to pull myself up the hill using trees or whatever. It's a really steep hill. I can take a bedroll strapped to this thing, about anything. Because it's against my shoulder blades, I've got free motion still. So I can still carry my rifle. I could carry more firewood in my arms. I could carry another rock in each hand, a bucket in each hand. You can strap anything to the back of this thing and carry it very easily. And it's quick to put together. Like I said, it takes about 10 minutes, I think 10 or 20 minutes for me to throw this one together. And the only problem I had with the first one was it was too big, and it was bumping around on too much stuff, and it was kind of wearing me raw a little bit. But this one being smaller, it fits wonderful.